As we love Onpassive and all of its products, we want to not use those words anymore. We want to keep our minds fresh and open and be ready for the new information that comes from Ash. Every week he's going to be giving us strategically a little bit more information when it's safe to release it. And that's when, just like Engr Sushanta said, that is when we share A or B or C or whatever. When we get the information from Ash about the new company, the new products, the new platform, then we can share it. So we just need to trust Ash and wait for the information before, and just not use the old terminology. But what I wanted to talk about today, when I look at the topic, it's preparing for the next chapter, rooted in past learnings. And when I read that, it made me think about the word rooted and how the past week I've been gardening in my yard and putting in some flowers. I'm not a great gardener, but I want to be better. And I noticed that a plant that looks beautiful, it's very robust, little yellow flowers, has taken over the lawn. Now, I don't know if you know the concept of an invasive species. This is a plant that has come from another country, and in the US, in Pennsylvania, where I am, it's not native, but it is growing like crazy and taking over. So I want you to think about the concept of this plant that comes into a lawn. It's very pretty at first, but then it causes problems. It puts in deep roots and it spreads. So if you think about it like negativity, those roots go deep into the lawn and it spreads. And what you have to do with a plant like that, you can't just pull it out at the top. You can't just nip it off. You have to pull it out by the root if you don't want it to come back again. Does this, Engr Sushanta, is this concept making sense? When you have a weed in your lawn or your garden, you must pull it out by the root and discard it. Otherwise, it'll keep coming back. So the analogy here is we need to root out all the negativity and move and get rid of it and then move on. And sometimes an invasive plant like this can be so tenacious and so widespread that you need to start with a fresh plot of ground, a fresh plot of earth. And that is essentially what we're doing with this next chapter. We have a fresh plot of earth that is going to be planted with seeds. And we don't know exactly what seeds they're going to be. But the seeds are coming from Ash Mufara. And we trust and know that any seed coming from him is good seed. And if we're putting it into this fresh new plot of earth, all we need to do is water it, give it sunlight, give it positivity, keep the weeds out. Pull them out by the root every time you see a weed, and nourish these plants as they grow, and we know that they're going to be strong and beautiful and robust. And if they're vegetables, they're going to nourish the earth, and if they're flowers, they're going to inspire the people. And so the analogy, can you imagine this analogy of we had some invasive plants come into our lawn, our beautiful garden. Now is the time we need to root them out and move to this fresh plot of earth where seeds are being planted by our CEO. Beautiful seeds, mysterious seeds, exciting seeds, very exciting seeds, bigger and better and more beautiful than the seeds we had before. You get me? And so all we need to do is tend this garden and know that it is going to be beautiful and nourishing and glorious if we just stay positive, keep the faith, keep the weeds out, stand by our main gardener, Ash Mufara, and we're going to be set. So that was my original concept that I wanted to start with. I have